Hey everybody, the old friend Razmi is back. And well, since somebody didn't want to elect yours truly as Pope, I guess I'll just go on a religious rant anyway. Since this is Easter after all. You know what I love? Comic books. Especially the ones with superheroes in them. Yeah. Well, what does this have to do with Easter or Christianity? Well, what if I told you that Superman has a few things in common with Jesus Christ?
Born Kal-El of Krypton, Superman is the last survivor of an advanced alien race. Long story short, he has a new home on Earth and uses his fantastic alien powers for good, fighting the forces of evil, not for fame, fortune, and glory, but for truth, justice, and the ideal that all living things are entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, aka the American way. Superman doesn't want to be worshipped like a god or a king, but merely looked up to as a role model. He uses every power and tool at his disposal to help others in need, in hopes that they too will do the same. Now, yes, you could argue that Superman is more of an allegory for Moses, what with the orphan in a basket thing in his origin, and his creators, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, being Jewish. And that metaphor works too. Keep in mind, Superman has been wearing the cape since the 1940s, so his character and personality, as well as his origins and backstory lore, have gone through some more drastic rewrites, for better and for worse. But hey, Moses and Jesus are pretty close to being on the same playing field and same page as far as choosing to use fantastic powers for good and helping the needy and the less fortunate rather than for their own selfish needs. So yeah, there you have it. The basic moral of Superman is to use your gifts to help others in need. And I think that's a code most religions can, or at least should, agree on. But hey, that's just my thoughts.
Alright, well, we looked at Superman, but now let's take a look at the other side of the planet. From the somewhat strange land of Japan comes Monkey D. Luffy. From the Japanese manga, One Piece. We looked at the Son of Man's similarities to the last son of Krypton. Now let's compare him to the would-be pirate king.
Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Raz has gone off the deep end. He's comparing Jesus of Nazareth to Luffy, the gluttonous, hyperactive, borderline short bus level of intelligence pirate captain. And yes, Monkey D. Luffy is all of these things, but let's back things up a bit. I got some splaining to do for those of you who aren't familiar with the legend of One Piece. For before we look at Pirate Captain Straw Hat Luffy, we must also take a look at one of his first crewmates, Nami, the Navigator. Before she officially joined the good guys, Nami was an evil pirate of the Fishman crew of the Arlong Pirates. Yes, it's that kind of crazy, wacky Japanese comic. Just roll with it. During this time, she joined Luffy and friends, but betrayed them all, stole their treasure, stole their boat, and then gloated about how she was never really their friend in the first place. Yeah, Nami can have a bit of a mean streak when she wants to. Luffy decides that this is way too much drama for one day and just takes a nap. Then Nami's sister comes in and tries to explain the tragic backstory of how the Fishman pirates enslaved their town, killed their mom, and forced Nami to be a paid member of their crew in order to save the lives of the rest of the villagers. Luffy says he doesn't care. He doesn't want to hear the backstory. He's not interested in her past at all. He walks away to look around on the island, and the other crew members, as well as the audience, stay a while and listen to the tragic tale. So Nami had been saving up her pirate treasure for the past 10 years to buy the island back from the evil fishmen. But But a few underhanded double dealings and betrayals later, it becomes painfully clear that the bad guys never planned on letting the villagers go. Ever. Luffy walks by and says, "Hey, what's going on?" And Nami just tells him to piss off and get out of town. So the villagers all say to hell with it and charge off to fight the pirates in what will most likely be a painfully losing battle and all die horribly. Nami is broken. Her life feels completely wasted and she is at her lowest possible point. Then Luffy walks by again and, well, I'll just let this clip speak for itself.
Luffy. What do you want? You don't know anything about this. You don't know what's been happening on this island for the past 8 years.
Nope, I don't.
This has nothing to do with you. I told you to leave this place.
Yep, you sure did.
So leave! I told you to leave! Get out of here! Get out of here now! Go! Go away! Go! 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 Luffy, help me.
Of course. That's what friends do.
He's gonna pay!
You better keep your hands off my hat!
Luffy.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Straw Hat's Luffy's straw hat is his precious possession that almost no one is allowed to touch, like, ever. Getting back on track, did I mention this comic/cartoon's target audience is 10-year-olds? At least in Japan it is. So yeah, Nami has betrayed Luffy, stolen from Luffy, mocked Luffy, insulted Luffy, and been an all-around horrible person to Luffy without Luffy ever learning about why she is the way she is. That being said, the minute he sees her on her knees in the dirt, crying and stabbing herself in the arm over and over and over again, his first instinct is to help her. To me, this sounds eerily similar to something that could have been in the Bible as one of the lost stories of Jesus or whatever that you hear about on the History Channel. I can't be the only one who's reminded of something they heard in Sunday school when they hear this story. I mean, am I? Is it just me? Well, anyway, those are just my thoughts.
So there you have it. 2 of the biggest comic book superheroes in the world, and both of them share key character traits with the Lion of Judah. It was one of his nicknames. It's a cool one. Anyway, off topic. Now, you may ask, why am I even talking about this? Well, maybe I'm sick of little old closed-minded Bible-thumping grannies telling me, I mean other nerds, that all comic books are evil. And maybe I'm sick of stuffy shirt grammar Nazi English nerds telling me that because comic books have pictures instead of mostly words, then they aren't like books at all. Thus, they are unworthy of deeper, thought-provoking discussion and analysis. And thus I may have felt the need to provide verbal javelins of ideas to my fellow brothers and sisters in comic book geekdom, to use to defend the art that we all love so very dearly. Or maybe I'm just a crazy man in a mask who's lost touch with reality. Either way, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Razmir, and until next time, everybody, later.
Oh yeah, by the way, in case you were wondering, Luffy totally beats the ever-loving daylights out of Arlong. It is brutal. He not only beats Arlong to a bloody pulp, he even destroys the building he lived in. How awesome is that? Man, I love One Piece.